anyone on?
No, Pami, I don't have question.
Okay, fine. So I'll be continuing for the next. So the next topic is compose file. Okay. So let me share out my screen. I just want to log into my box. Then again we can share. Okay. On top of that, what we have is compose file. So what actually the compose file do? So basically, compose is a tool. So what is the role of compose file? So compose file role is to create multiple containers at a time. So if you would like to create a multiple containers at a time, so you can go with the docker compose file. So docker compose file is an option. So if you would like to create a multiple containers at a time, you can go ahead. So far you created only single container, right? But with the help of compose, you can be able to create multiple containers. Look at there. First, when you work with compose, so first you need to install the compose. Once you install the compose, then only you will be able to work. Okay. So let's say how to install composes with the help of this. So copy this link and go to Google. So there you will see how to install the compose file. Steps will be there. So just you need to click on that link. Why it is? The old link is not working. I don't know, but let's see. So this is the link for compose installation. So I'm just copying this link and let me connect to my box as well. So to install compose, you need to follow this. It's installing compose. After that, you need to modify the permission. So this compose do not have a execution permission. So you need to give a execution permission. You are modifying the compose file permission. chmod plus x for execute. So you are giving execution permission. Okay. Now you can check the compose version. So I'll be pasting this link in chat window. Kindly take this. Docker compose command not found. Why it is not able to? Let me check with the other links as well. One step might have missed. Yeah, this is the one we are following. What's wrong with this? Do am I giving command wrong? Version command. My Docker is running. I need to check this. Why it's okay. What is the resolution is this command you're supposed to add. It is creating a soft link because all your softwares are available USR bin folder, but Compose is downloaded USR local bin. So that's why it is not able to access. So if you move if you copy that file to USR bin folder, so you can be able to run the Compose. So just you need to use this command. Okay, I'll be giving you this link. Follow this. Okay. You got your answer. Like, do you have any questions? One step got missed. Soft link creation. Soft link is nothing but a symbolic link. Symbolic is nothing but a shortcut. How you have a window shortcuts, here also you will be having shortcuts. So what is happening is because of ln command, link command is missed. So that's the reason why I'm unable to install Compose. So now I have installed Compose. If you have any questions, let me know. Do you have any?
No problem.
Okay, fine then. So this link you have to follow to install last ln-s symbolic link creation. So you guys are aware of it, right? What is the issue now?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's try to understand how to create a compose file. So very simple. So you just need to have this file is a compose file. So every compose file have a .yml extension. So vi docker hyphen compose. Okay, I want to tell you something as well. See, I got error, right? So I'm just googling. First two sites I googled, but I didn't get the command. The same procedure, whatever I have followed, they also followed the same. But I have checked the other link and it got different command. I just execute, starts working. So trust me, guys. When you work in real time, you will get answers. Surely you will get answers. You just need to search something and do it. That's all. But real time handling is very easy. Okay, so make sure that you are doing that. Okay, you are clear, right? If any issue comes, go ahead and google it. Chinmay and Jyoti Prakash, you guys are clear, right?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now here look at this version. I have mentioned three services. I mentioned name, I given service name, web I given, database something I given. Now let's try to understand one by one. So what is the meaning of version here is this version is nothing but a compose version. So why you need to give compose versions? Remember, in Docker, Docker have a version. Even compose files also have a version. So because of this compose file versions, so you have to give the compose versions. Otherwise, what will happen is whatever you work, it won't able to create compose because compose version also you have to use. By the way, what version you have to give? That's the question. Correct? So basically you can give compose if you are using docker 19 plus version, you can use compose version 3. So compose version 3 you can use. Okay, if you are using docker 19 plus, you can use compose version 3. Getting?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, remember this. Okay, you are not able to remember, and how to check this? Yes, you can able to check. Basically you also have a docs.docker.com. In docs.docker.com, even I used to remember docs.docker.com. That's the reason why I can able to check that. Okay, this is the compose version which we have and this is what we need to use. So ideally you will get from the compose version itself. Getting? Any more questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, now services. So what is the meaning of service is in Docker, service is nothing but whatever you create, everything you are creating in terms of containers and background services will run. So even compose if you use, so how compose works is background, this compose creating containers, those containers working as a services. So you have to give services. Under the services, whatever name you want, you can give. So I am giving service name as web. So basically, when you give service name as where, so it uses this compose and it is creating services with web name and with database name. So that's where it works. So again, I'm repeating, when you work with compose, what happens is it is creating with the help of services. So with the help of services only you can be able to create. So here it is happening how my compose is able to create with the help of service. So service names you have to give. Without giving service name it won't work. So you can give any name, up to you. I just given random name. So any questions here? Here image I have taken Nginx. Another image I have taken Redis. So you can take any image also, up to you. I just taken randomly. There is no reason why I have taken this image and that image. There is no reason actually. So if you have any questions, yes, please ask me. Look at this file and ask me.
Yes, Pavni. So under services, what we need to do, we need to just give that heading and image, right?
Yeah, we just need to keep this image. Automatically containers get creates whenever you run this compose file.
Okay, that means yeah. So multiple container we can create through this compose file.
Right, you are on point.
Okay, okay, yeah, good.
Any questions?
No.
Shall I execute this? Just you need to use a single command, that is docker compose up. Let me run this command, save this file. You want to check the configuration, docker compose hyphen config is also a command. Config, I believe. Yes, config. It is right. So up, if you do up, so it is creating my containers. It's created. So you will see. You're gonna have Redis one and also web container one. This is how you have to create. Okay. Now, uh, this is the one file I have. What about other commands? So docker compose down. So docker compose down is deleting all the containers whatever you have created. With the help of down command, you will be able to delete all. Okay. And docker compose up hyphen d. Okay, hyphen d if you give, what happens is with the help of hyphen d, you can also scale up it. If you would like to scale up the containers, you can use hyphen d. How many you want? Hyphen scale command you have to use. Hyphen scale web equal to 5 means it is going to spin up 4 more containers because already one is running. You have given 4, so it started. Getting my point how it works? Any more questions?
Yes, Pavni. I have doubt here. So
Yep,
wave equals to 5 means it will create 5 containers, right?
right.
Or
So it gonna create 5 containers. If already one is there, it will be considering that one also, and four extra four it is getting created.
okay. What is the use cases for this one? Like in real time?
You can scale up the containers in single go, right?
Okay.
How easy it is. Your life became so easy just because of this.
It will be the same replica of the first, right? First four.
What is the same replica? I didn't get you. Can you repeat it
Replica,
again?
replica in the sense whatever the container, first container has.
Hmm.
I mean, whatever it has the images, right?
Yeah, right. Exactly. The same one it is taking.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have one more doubt. Hyphen config. For what case we need to use that one?
No, hyphen config is not there. Config is there. Config is used to check the syntax.
Okay. To check the syntax. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? Anyone of you have? Okay. Now I'm going with the other file, which is also a compose again, because I do have multiple files. So I would like to showcase all of them. So let me. So other file also I have here. Look at this. This is also a compose file which I have. Okay. So this compose file, you can see version 3 I have mentioned as like that, and services I have given. So every time I'm going to provide services also, right? So services also I have given. So here there is no change actually. Nothing is getting changing here. But only the point is I am going to give more details. So here if you observe, what I have given is master. It is just a service name. Instead of master, eventually you can give anything. It doesn't matter. But simply master I have given. Again I'm repeating, simply I have given. There is no reason why I have given. Simply I have given any name you can give. Okay. And here if you observe, image Ubuntu I'm taking, container name also I'm assigning. Container underscore name also I'm giving. So which means you can give any container name by using this. Okay. And host name. So whenever a container is logged, you logged into the container, if you check host name command, it is showcasing as master. Here I'm exposing the ports as well. So completely ports also I'm exposing from here. So all tasks I'm doing from here. Okay. So if you have any questions, yeah, please do ask me. Do you have any?
Yes, family. Host name, it will be like by default master.
No, you can give your name also. It's just a name.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
How it will show like master? Uh,
Whenever you log in, if you type HYSTNAME hostname command, it will showcase.
uh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
For example, if my username is Jyoti Prakash, then it will
Mm.
show host name will be Jyoti Prakash, right?
If you give hostname as Jyoti Prakash in this compose file,
Compose file. Okay.
if you do
Okay.
not give, how it will get to know?
Okay. It will show later to
Yeah.
once
Yeah.
created. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Got it. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. You got your all your answers. Good. Hmm. What else we have? Okay. The similar way I'm exposing port also. If you look at here, port also I'm exposing the similar way. Okay. So here again volume. Don't worry, volume I'll tell. The next topic is volume only. So if you have any questions here, please ask me. So before executing this command, look at this file and ask me. Sorry.
Pavni, target node 1 and target node 2,
Names.
these are, yeah, these are two
Just names.
images. Okay, okay. So Nginx is one image and HTTPD is one image. Will create through image two containers.
Right.
So, and one more, this hyphen is before port, right? 80 colon 80 hyphen.
Yeah. Port means what will happen is 80 I given. Okay. And 80 again I given. So left hand side and right hand side. Left side port is container port. Right
Okay.
side port is whenever user is hitting IP address colon port number 80. It is navigating to the container which has 80 port number. So
Okay.
right side port is for the Google where we need to check into the port. Left side one is container port. You got your answer?
Yeah, in Google, where we'll check the code or
Let's say if for example if you have any application,
yeah,
imagine. So in that case what you do is whatever the application you have, that application you want to check from the Google. Okay, so what you do usually, you will be using port number also, right? uh,
yeah.
Whenever you are routing the DNS traffic and all, port number is also important. So with the help of port number only you are actually navigating the traffic. So that's the reason two ports are required. One is you are opening the port for the container, other port you are doing for its Google browsing purpose.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And this one is before that hyphen. This is the like format.
Yeah, you have to give in the same format. If you miss any single space also it will fail.
Okay, okay.
It
So
should be following the same format.
after hyphen, we need to keep one space.
Right.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
You're good now?
Yes, now. Okay, fine.
Okay. So Chinmay, what about you?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall I go ahead?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, even if you have later also you can ask me. I will repeat, okay? Don't worry. Now I'm executing this file. Next week Saturday is supposed to be monitoring and GitHub commands if any pendings are there in Docker. Next week Sunday I'm starting with Kubernetes, which is my favorite topic as well. You both are able to join, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am. So we'll have after Kubernetes, Jenkins, and CI/CD. Those are
Yeah, all
Maven.
tools. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yes. I'm just deleting whatever I created. I'll be creating. Okay. Now let's see why it is exited with return code 0. I would like to tell you as well. Master 1 exited with return code 0. If you see, master exited with code 0. Let's talk about it. And by the way, it's created, but master exited with return code 0. The reason is it's created Ubuntu and it's created Nginx, it's created HTTPD. All got created, but master exited with return code 0. The reason is we will see because what is happening is according to the containers, it's a very valid point to know because it's repeating in Kubernetes as well. So according to the containers, what is happening is if nothing is running inside a container, so container will get exit with return code 0. If nothing is running, there is no software, nothing, no process, nothing is running, so container will exit with return code 0. So that's the reason what is happening here. So container is created but exited with return code 0. The reason is if nothing is running, so according to the containers, if nothing is running, it will exit with 0. That's the reason. Okay, remember this point. The same point again we are going to repeat in Kubernetes as well. Getting?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes.
fine. Now, what is the next topic we have? We have networking and volume. Both are very important. So let's discuss the same. Okay, those are all very, very important. Even in real time, you are using volume a lot. Okay, so
Uh, Pavni, but
yeah,
here in the first inside master we created container Ubuntu, right?
huh,
So
huh.
how it is showing exit code is, or I mean, zero exit.
Because it's looking at Ubuntu, nothing is running. So that's why it is successfully created and executed. Execution is completed. That's why if it is successful, exit code is zero. If it is failing, exit code is different. But it is successful, right?
Okay, similar way for Nginx and HTTPD, for both also it's successful, right? Uh,
But inside some processes is running, right?
okay, okay, okay,
Yeah,
yeah, okay, got it.
yeah. Any other questions? Anyone of you have? Okay, all right. So let me go with the Docker volume, which is a very, very important. Where is my volume? Where is this? Yeah, here it should be. So what Docker volume does? Uh, I have a question, that too valid question for you. Imagine there is a situation. Uh, actually, you're working with a real-time project. There is a production application. All of a sudden, your container got crashed. What about the data? First of all, is my question is valid or not?
Yes, valid.
Okay, now you tell me. No, I'm not expecting this exact answer, but I'm asking you to think about it.
Ma'am, what is the condition actually a container get crashed?
Okay, imagine you have a less resources. Okay, CPU RAM is not sufficient. Okay, or I only deleted. Imagine I only deleted, or some load is more. That can be anything. But at the end, container got crashed. So you got it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So in that case, how you will handle that situation? So that's the question. How you will handle? Very simple. You are going to use powerful option, which is volume. So volume is a mechanism. For example, you have a container, production container. So if you use volume concept, your data never and ever delete. Even though if you delete a container, you deleted a container, still your data is safe. That is the use case of the volume. So look at there. Volume is a mechanism. Your containers data is storing persistently, constantly. Never and ever lose the containers data. You're getting my point? Both of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. So that's the use case of the volume. So volume is a preferred mechanism. Whenever you have a container, so what happens is you never and ever lose the containers data. Okay. Now let's read these points from this PPT. and let me know if you have any questions. If you are good to go, I will explain practically.
Yes, we can go on.
Okay, the compose file practically is so easy. So I will explain first. First, you need to create a image, pulling the image you need to do that you already know. So whenever you are pulling the image, once it is done, you have to create a container from that image. Okay, but before creating container, you have to create volume. So whenever you are creating a volume, that volume is getting stored under your host machine. Host machine means what? Wherever you have installed the Docker, so that will become host machine. So that is getting installed in your host machine. Once it is done, so what is happening automatically whenever you create a container, while creating the container, whenever you are mapping, so the data is getting stored under your host machine. So even though if you delete a container, nothing gonna happen. So here are the steps. You can look at the steps. First, I'll be pulling the image. Then again, what I am doing, I am actually creating volume, and post that I am also creating container. But while creating container, I am attaching volume towards to the container. So that is what I'm doing. So look at there. If you have any questions, let me know. Do you have any questions here?
Yes, Bhavani. So, how many? Volume created here. Three volumes, right? In the name
One volume. I'm creating one volume. Why three?
here, it is written create volume name and create my volume and volume
Oh,
ls.
right. Huh. My wall is the only one volume.
And okay, and whatever volume name, it will.
My wall. My wall is the volume name I have provided.
Before that, we need to run Docker volume create volume name.
Right. Exactly. You have to run that.
Okay, okay. And the same. Next, we need to give the name only.
Right. You are mapping there.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm,
Any questions? Shall I execute?
yes.
Yes, miss.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. This is so interesting because I'm going to delete my container. After this, networking. After networking, some theory topics. So even if you overloaded, I have to, there is no other go. I'm
Pavni,
great.
in the above one, you have mentioned network connect. That will be in
Yeah, yeah.
networking part, right?
Networking, right.
Okay, okay, okay.
You can inspect the volume also. Up to you. Now I'm creating a container. While creating the container, I'm attaching volume as well. Let me type. It never work in this way. Docker run hyphen itd hyphen name my container hyphen v volume I'm attaching my wall colon app. What is this app? I will explain. So basically, Ubuntu is the image name, bin bash is the shell. So what is app here? Inside my container, okay, app directory is there. Inside my container, app directory is there. So what it do is, whatever the directory you see here, app, no slash etc, no slash where, that directory data, it is getting stored in your volume. As soon as you create a volume under your host machine, you will be able to see the volume name also. What is a path under your host machine? Var lib docker. So var lib docker is the path. Getting? Any
Uh,
questions?
mm, so they, that where lib docker path, that volume will be created in, right?
Right. I will showcase the path right away.
Okay.
You,
So what about this slash app? Uh,
app is a directory which is a container directory.
okay.
So inside this container directory only, app, whatever inside a container app directory is there, that app directory's data you will see.
Okay.
You are
Uh,
getting my point?
yeah, but we are not giving that slash var leave and docker. That path
No,
we are
here
not
no need
giving,
to
right?
give.
Okay.
Automatically it will map.
Okay. Yeah, got it.
Okay, automatic it is. No need to give anything. Fine.
But it is mandatory to give the slash app. It is mandatory. We need to give.
Yeah, that is mandatory, right?
And the command you type, like first docker run hyphen itd hyphen name and my container, that
Huh.
we need to run first, then after that we need to give hyphen v with the same command.
Right. Same command. No. Same command you need to give. I just interrupted in between. Same command as like this. One go only you have to give.
Okay, okay,
Don't yeah, one go only.
okay, I got it. Yeah.
No problem. Yeah. Chinmay, you're not asking anything. You're not getting or what?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I'm getting.
Okay. If you are getting, that's fine. If you are not getting also, please do ask me. Don't hesitate to ask you questions. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay then. So
Pavni, so basically volume, if we are creating a volume
mm,
on the behalf of the container, right?
mm, mm,
So if we are creating a volume, then we should
mm.
mention on the behalf of container, right? That container name or ID, something like it should be there for that.
Where?
I mean, while creating volume, so it will. It,
No, because you have to create a volume. Here you are mapping, right? Volume name you are mapping.
okay,
See,
but
to this
uh,
container only you are mapping.
Ubuntu. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Pavni, we can
Yes,
hear you.
ma'am.
I'm explaining. I'm keep talking because I'm on mute. I'm just keep talking, but you guys are not able. That's fine. It's my miss. So what I'm saying is you are attaching volume while creating a container. So obviously the container is assigning to that volume, right?
So here we are containing creating volume on the behalf of Ubuntu, right?
W- Container volume is attached to container. You are talking about image.
Okay. But
Look,
yeah, my doubt is here where we are anywhere we are using the container ID
okay,
on
you
the.
tell me Docker run what it will do. Docker run command.
Yeah, it will run the container.
Mm-hmm. While running, what it is attaching. Look at the command.
Yeah, yeah, docker run hyphen itd hyphen yeah, container name. It is still confusing.
Okay, you tell me Docker run command what it is doing.
Yeah, it is creating while creating it docker. So
Mm-hmm.
we can also give the command docker file. Within that we can also mention docker run command.
Remember, after creating container, you will not be able to attach volume to the container. That's the condition. While creating container only, you have to attach volume. Otherwise, container won't accept. That's the rule. While creating container itself, you can be able to attach a volume. Once volume is there, you won't be able to attach. That won't acceptable. Any other questions?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Okay. So this is a rule you have to keep it in mind. Okay. Now I'm creating it. It's already there. Okay, already there. Already I ran this. So I'm going to cd slash var lib cd docker. You can see cd volume. You can see my wall. You can see underscore data, but nothing is there. It's empty. So now nothing is there. Now go back. Docker images, docker ps hyphen a. So which is the latest one? This is the latest one. Container. Log into this container. Copy this. Docker exec hyphen it hyphen slash bin slash bash. You are inside a container. You can see app directory. Cd app. Go inside app directory. Under app, create one file. Cat pavani. Have some data. Enter. Control D for saving. Now here it is a file. Come out of this. Exit. Okay. Docker ps docker ps hyphen a. Now this is a container. Copy. Docker stop container id. Docker rm container id. I'm just deleting the container. Still my data is safe or not, I would like to check. Now docker rm container id. So it got removed. Any questions here? Now go back to your var cd lib cd docker ls cd volume ls cd mywall ls cd underscore data ls. See, any questions?
Pavni, we created the volume name my volume inside the volume
Mm,
directory.
mm.
So here underscore data, that is a file.
It is a
Uh,
common directory under my wall. It is a common directory. If you give some other directory also, underscore data will get created automatically.
I meant like by default it is creating underscore data.
Right.
Okay, okay. So inside that, whatever we have data, so those data it will override there.
Right.
Okay, okay. So by this way, we will not lose the data. While
Exactly. We never and ever lose the data because it is maintaining this.
okay,
Okay.
got it. Yeah.
Chinmay, any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So now, what I have is I'm going to explain networking. I will take 10 minutes break and I will explain networking. Then again, I'm going to explain two theory topics. Then we will see if you guys are fine. I will continue with rest other topics as well. Swarm is pending. Pushing image to hub is pending. So these two topics are pending. So we can make it for next week Saturday also. If you guys okay, I can able to teach anything is fine. But just take a break for 10 minutes and come back. We will discuss volume. Okay. Getting?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. Take a
So,
break for yeah.
Pavni, after that, I will. I have a doubt. Will ask
Huh.
that. Yeah.
Huh, you can ask later. Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, let's get started. Now we are going to start with theory topics first. Yeah, Jyoti Prakash, you can ask your question.
Yes, Swami. So yeah, I just checked that one. So I mean, Docker run hyphen itd hyphen name. That one we are using to create a container. So
Mm-hmm.
while creating a container through Docker run command, we can also in the same time we can also create volume in the same command, right?
First, you need to create a volume. Then you need to attach
Okay.
that volume to your container.
Okay. Through same Docker run hyphen itd, we need to
Attach
use to.
volume.
Okay, to attach volume. Okay, yeah, got it.
Okay, yeah. What I have DTR. So DTR. So basically, how your images are getting stored. So where your images are getting stored. So your images are getting stored in Docker Hub, correct? So if Docker Hub is a free one, open source, you no need to pay anything. So we also have a other product which is DTR, which means paid product. So if you would like to pay and use, then you can use the Docker Hub. So uh, Docker Hub is a free one, but if you would like to use the paid one, so you can go with the paid service, which is Docker Trusted Registry, DTR. So DTR stands for Docker Trusted Registry. If you would like to pay and use, then go with the DTR. You're getting my point?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so DTR is actually a paid product. So if you would like to pay and use, you just go with the DTR. So DTR is a commercial product. So where actually you are paying and getting it and using. So without paying, you will not be able to use. With the help of DTR, you can pay and use. Any questions? DTR. So here you can look at this. So it is why it is paid. It is offering same features as Docker Hub, but what we are getting is, see, every tool you if you want, you also have a paid ones. If you want, you also have a open sources. Up to you what your client is recommending. But basically, each and every tool you have both the things. Clear?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So look at here. Docker Trusted Registry is a commercial management product. So with this commercial management product, what and all you have, you gonna have single sign-on and image signing, security scanning, LDAP integration, all features you have. So means it is scanning the image. What is the meaning of image scanning? When you work in real time, remember sometimes images may have some vulnerabilities. What is the meaning of vulnerability? Vulnerability is nothing but some insecurities. Some softwares are insecure. So you may have that one as well. So what to do for that? So for that, first you need to check with the image scanning. So you need to scan the image. How do you scan the image? So with the help of Docker Hub, you can pay to the company which is DTR and you can scan the image. So there are so many services are available. Means Docker Hub means DTR. Okay, in my perspective now, Docker Hub means DTR. So you can take an account in DTR and you can actually pay for them. So that is also DTR is offering. So DTR is basically Docker Trusted Registry. So if you want to pay and if you would like to scan the image, you can do it off with the help of Docker Hub. Docker Trusted Registry, which means DTR. Okay, it is also like a same as like Docker Hub only, but only the difference is extra features it is giving. Now the question is, in real time, are we really using this or not? In real time, we are not actually using this. Why? Because even though Docker Hub is a free, which we are getting everything. So you know, you need to pay for it. So in real time, Docker Hub we will use. Otherwise, what else we will use? Company is also having their own registries. So in that registries also they are storing. So you know, you are not going to use this product. Then why I am explaining? Because in interview, if somebody is asking about it, so that's the reason I'm explaining. Okay. Any questions?
No question.
Now, Docker Universal Control Plane. So, what is the meaning of Docker Universal Control Plane? When you work in real time, okay, you only see with the help of Docker CLI. You are not going to work with Universal Control Plane. But why I am discussing this is again just for interview purpose. Okay, so in interview they may ask you, do you know UCP? Trust me, nobody is uses this and it's a failed product in Docker. It is giving UI solution. All your containers you can see from the web. All your volumes you can see from the web. But this is not effective and it's a paid service. It's not effective. So that's the reason people won't use. But as a concept which we have, that's the reason I'm just explaining to you what is UCP. UCP is nothing but Docker Universal Control Plane. But again, this is also we do not use. Getting?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. What else we have? Then you can look at this image just for your sake so that you will get an idea. So this image is talking about just containers and all, nothing else. And by the way, this image do not have much things also. It's just a normal one, okay? Hmm. Now I would like to explain about networking. So before going with the networking, if you have any questions, please ask your questions. Do you have any?
Pavni, in document Docker port forwarding mentioned. I think
That
we have not.
actually won't work. Just I have given details. That is that won't work. We are exposing the ports towards to the file itself. Individually to the containers, nobody will expose. Because if you have 100 containers, all 100 times you have to do. So that is not the case. I just kept that just for reference purpose, but that won't work.
Okay. Yeah.
And that is also not a meaningful because we are actually what we are doing. We are actually using composers, we are using Docker files. So here itself we are exposing. So individually nobody exposes the ports. That's the reason. Okay.
Okay.
Now shall I go with the networking?
Yes.
Okay. I think it's our favorite topic because it you will learn some things in networking. So Docker networking. Basically Docker is taking care of all the networking aspects. You no need to bother about, but I would like to explain how Docker is taking care of networks. There are four networks are available in Docker. What are those? Bridge network, host network, overlay network, and also non-network. So why do we have all we are going to see? Basically bridge network. So if you use a standalone container, So what happens is every standalone container uses a bridge network by default. So Docker is taking care of it. You no need to bother about whether it is assigning or not. You no need to struggle about it because Docker is taking care of all this networkings by default. Okay. Uh, but what we need to do is we need to understand this networking. So bridge is a default network which is having by Docker. So with the help of bridge network, so what actually you can do is container will get a network with the help of this bridge network only. So bridge is a one of the useful network. So if you use bridge network, containers will get to know that yes, it has a internet. So bridge is a very very useful network. Okay. Any questions here in bridge network? If you have any, let me know. Any questions in
No
bridge?
question.
Okay. Then let me talk about other network. We are going to see bridge network practically. Other network is host network. So what host network is giving is host is a very very important network because what Docker will do is because of host network only. Okay. Because of host network only, your container will get internet. So how come containers are getting internet? Because of this host network. Host is a network which is created whenever you install a Docker. You no need to create anything. So whenever you install a Docker, host network is getting created, and with the help of host network only, containers will get internet. So that's the use case of host network. So again, host is a default network which is getting by default, you're not creating. Overlay. If you use cluster, cluster means you're gonna have set of containers, multiple nodes and multiple containers you are having. So in that case, you're gonna use overlay. If you have only single containers, means single container if you have that uses bridge. If you have a multiple containers that uses host. So host is a network which is again used by the Docker to have multiple containers to get overlay network. Overlay is basically what happens is when you have a overlay network, it is it is allowing containers to talk with each other. For example, if I have multiple containers in my cluster, all my containers should talk with each other. So how they are talking? With the help of overlay. So if you use a cluster, will you use bridge or will you use overlay? Which one do you use if you have a cluster?
Overlay.
Right. Overlay network you will use. Okay. So any questions?
Pavni, so for single container, we need to use breeze, and for multiple, it will use host, right?
Yeah, if you have a cluster, use overlay.
No, okay, yeah, got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Any questions still? Okay. Can I go ahead? And other one is none. None means you are completely removing the network. So if you would like to remove the network, then use none. So none is also one of the network. So if you would like to remove the network completely, then use none network. Okay. Still, if you have any questions, yes, you can ask. Do you have any questions? We are going to do the practical of bridge. So how to create a custom bridge network and how to assign network to your to your container we are going to see. So custom bridge you are going to see. You're getting my point, what we are going to do?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Yeah.
So custom bridge we are going to see, okay? So let's look at the custom bridge network. For that, what we need to do is very simple. I already have a container. I will be creating a network. How to create a network? Docker network create command you have to use. Hyphen hyphen driver. So what is this driver is? Driver is a software. Docker network ls. See default networks you have. But I'm going to create my custom network. Docker network create hyphen hyphen driver bridge driver I'm using. Pavni network I'm creating. Docker ps hyphen a. I would like to attach Pavani network to my container. How to use Docker network connect command you have to use. So for example, if you use this connect command, Docker network connect, network name and the container name. So you can give any container name up to you. So I can give container ID also. I'm just giving container ID. Now you can inspect as well. Docker inspect container ID. So at the end you can see this Pavani network is assigned to your container. Okay. Any questions? Anyone have any questions?
Pavni, in the last mentioned private network is the network name, right?
Sorry, say it again.
At the last you have mentioned the network name after private network.
Which command you are talking about? Command or anything else?
Yeah, command. This one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The previous command. Just now you executed that one.
This one, connect,
No, after that, after that.
inspect, inspect. I did not said any private network. Pavani network I said, not
Yeah,
private.
Docker network connect. Uh, that one, that command.
Okay, you tell me where this command or what? Which command?
Just now you yeah,
Docker
this one
network
only.
connect.
Yes.
Okay. Pavani network is a network name and the
And
container name.
Pavni 10 is the container name.
Right.
Okay, okay. Yeah, this one only.
Okay. Any more questions? Okay. Chinmay, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now we also have other things to discuss. Let's discuss other things as well. So Docker Swarm, Docker cluster we are going to see. So what Docker, you guys are okay, right? I'm continuing.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I will be explaining theory topic. If time permits, we will see practical. Otherwise, next week only we'll see. Yeah, Docker Swarm. So Docker Swarm is a cluster. It is having group of machines. In each and every machine, what will run? Docker will run. So with the help of Docker, what we can do? So we can basically create a cluster so that high availability we are getting. With the help of high availability, we can able to run our applications. If something goes wrong, even in one container, other will be taking care of the work. So that's where Docker Swarm comes. So Docker Swarm is a group of machines basically, as I mentioned. So with the help of Docker Swarm, you will be able to execute containers. And it is a orchestration tool. What is the meaning of orchestration? So orchestration is basically creating and managing multiple containers. So if you would like to create and manage multiple containers, so you can use this. Okay, look at this and let me know if you have any. This just theory topic. Docker Swarm users also I will talk, but first line you need to focus.
Pavni, it is mentioned Swarm Manager decides where the container run. So that one,
No, it is just like a leader. It will only take the decisions. It is a leader. It is only taking the decisions. Swarm manager is taking the decisions. I will talk about swarm manager because
okay,
I have to explain elections as well, swarm elections as well.
okay.
Any questions so far?
Pavni, I have a doubt here.
Yeah.
Docker Swarm is a group of machines.
Mm.
So that actually I'm not getting group of machines in the sense
Group of servers,
servers.
multiple servers. Do you
Okay.
do you do you know load balancer which we discussed?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The similar way.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So basically, this is a features
Mm.
we need to use, or by default, if we want to use, we can use that one.
No, if you want, then you need to set up the cluster. It is available. You no need to install any software, but you have to create it. You have to make more machines, and you have to do that.
Then only we need to create. I mean, use or create Docker Swarm.
Right.
Okay,
Exactly.
okay. So that will have a process, right? How to create
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all.
That I
Okay,
am
okay,
going to discuss.
okay, okay. Yeah.
Yes, it is having a process. Any questions still? If you have, please ask me. You guys are good to go. Now, high availability. Because if you use Docker Swarm, what are the advantages? The first and foremost thing is high availability you have. Okay. Means you never and ever lose your workloads. It is having multiple machines. That's the reason. And auto load balancing. Automatically traffic is navigated. So you no need to bother about it. So auto load balancing option also available. Means automatically the load is balancing towards your containers. Okay. And also decentralized access. Wherever you have machines, that's fine. It is a decentralized access. And also you have fast easy to scale up. So means if you want to scale up the containers, it's very easy. Just with single command, you can scale up the containers. So these are all the advantages of Docker Swarm. Okay. So with the help of Docker Swarm, you can be able to do all this. Any questions?
No question.
Okay, fine. So let me discuss about architecture. I mean structure. That is also a very important to know. So let's have a discussion on this architecture. So if you look at this Docker Swarm architecture, it looks like this. You have a manager and you have a worker nodes. In both manager and worker nodes, containers will run. Manager is the one which is guiding all your worker nodes. Okay. With the help of manager only, containers will get to know what to do. Getting any questions? So how manager will get elected? Correct. So I am saying manager is working all this blah blah blah. But how this manager is getting elected? Correct. So there is a swarm elections. You can have even multiple masters also. But if you have multiple masters, all multiple masters, let's say three masters you have, all three masters joining into the swarm elections, it is taken care by the Docker. So internal process, you are not going to deal anything on this. So it happens automatically. So in the swarm elections, all of my all of my masters will log in, and one will be elected as a leader. The leader is taking care of all the work. Getting
Yes,
or
ma'am.
not?
Yes.
So with the help of swarm elections, the entire procedure will happen. Okay. If you have any questions, please do ask me. Do you have any?
Pavni, you mentioned like Docker Swarm. We are using for to maintain the nodes and as well as the containers, right? Uh, the node in the sense
Inside
that
the
is,
nodes, you have containers.
yeah.
Inside
I,
nodes, you have a containers.
okay, okay. Inside node.
Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking like node in the sense it's like Ansible nodes, that one, or
No, 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 no.
okay,
Node
okay,
is just a machine where your containers are running.
okay. Yeah, got it.
Okay. Then what else I have? What I supposed to discuss? Okay. For now, if you have any questions, please do ask me. Do you have any questions?
No question.
You guys are good to go.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So next week I'm going to deal. I can discuss this is also, but again next week Saturday I'm just doing again Docker. So that's the reason. So next week we will discuss. Will that be okay? There are so many topics I have covered this week. This
Yeah.
especially today.
Yes.
So I'm thinking the same. So shall we discuss next week then?
Yeah. Yes. No, sure.
Okay.
Pavni,
Okay. Yeah.
the voice. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me.
I mean, you were saying something.
No, 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 I'm not saying. What I'm saying is next week we can discuss Docker Swarm execution and then pushing image. That only takes 20 minutes, not more than that. Then after that, I am going to discuss about Docker GitHub commands. I will be creating my own account by next week. If not, I will use yours. Please be ready with that. Then monitoring. So it takes hardly 2 hours to deal all this. Then Sunday we are going to have Kubernetes. Then next weekend onwards, next to next weekend, I need to take morning time as well. Please give me some time in the morning as well. You guys are not able to connect on weekends, so at least morning time, please allow me to do.
Okay.
Getting?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, yes, no problem.
Okay.
Uh,
And yeah, happy Diwali to you guys.
Same to
Enjoy
you,
your
man.
day
Thank you,
and let
madam.
us
Thank you.
connect
Pavni,
next week. Yeah,
Pavni, I was
go on.
telling you, like, whatever the documents, can you just check whether all documents you have said
Yeah,
or
Docker
anything
is
pending?
shared everything. Every
Everything.
Docker completely shared.
Okay, 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 yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
that's all from me. Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.